Hey everyone, so I'm walking down the street here and I just realized an idea for a video I can make real quick here. And that's as you've seen, I don't have any sidewalks to walk on, so I got to walk on the side of the street. So like over time, like walking on the street so long, you get used to it, you know. But then there's times when there's like you're not used to it, basically around like the weekend or something, because you hear a bunch of stories about drunk drivers hitting people, and you know, it's not really that rare to see them around here speeding through. And so, you know, on the weekend it is kind of stressful to walk on the street. But over the time that I've been walking on the street, I picked up a lot of cool tricks that I didn't know before. So the first cool trick I realized was the stop signs. The stop signs are so helpful at when it gets like dawn and then nighttime. You can use the stop signs like the eyes in the back of your head, actually, because when headlights hit the signs, it'll make the signs get all bright. I guess they're designed like that so the cars can see the signs. But you know, if you have to walk on the street and you have bad hearing like I do, then you can use the signs at night to tell when there's a car approaching from behind you instead of sound. That's probably one of the best tricks I found. And then of course I don't have that bad of hearing. Only just in one ear I have really bad hearing. The other ear, it's like it can hear, but yeah, it can hear normal. Basically, it's close to normal hearing. But my other ear, it can't hear close to normal at all. It could hear like all it hears is like whispers. I can't hear nothing out of it most of the time. Sorry, I had to pass this street there. One of the streets I don't like to pass. And but luckily we're walking in the morning time, so you know, we don't have to worry about such a traffic flow, and we'll have a chance to cross the road. I'm actually going to let this guy ahead of me run because like I'll pick up the recording here in a bit when we get closer to our spot. I don't want it to look like for other people driving by. He probably knows I'm recording to myself. He probably heard me talking to the camera, but you know, people driving by probably won't. So yeah, I'll pick up the recording back when I get closer to our spot. So actually he just turned, so there we go. Yeah, the reason being, like, when I'm holding my camera up ahead of me, it probably looks like to some people that I'm recording in front of me, and you know, they won't put two and two together and see that I'm looking down at the camera making like face expressions at it. If I was recording in front of me, why would I be doing that? I'm gonna hit this. It's crazy. It's been 3 weeks now, hasn't it? And still like that. See, I wasn't lying when I said this town makes you pay for your own sidewalk. I wasn't lying about that. I'm pretty sure they have that in fact over here too. But the thing is, I think this sidewalk was made publicly first, and then like probably around 2015. Oof, I almost stepped on that dead bird. That was a close one. 2015, they started making it where people had to pay for their own sidewalk they want put in. So they're probably dealing with that problem, you know. Probably can't fix it because they got paid for it. When it should be the city, the town. Sorry, I'm getting heartburn from this walk. Oof. It should be this heartburn. No, my heartburn should not pay for that damaged sidewalk. It should be this town to pay for that sidewalk because it was its electric pole that pulled up on it. It, like, you know, it's not like the people that own the houses put them there. Holy crap, I'm down here smoking and there's like this quarter-sized spider just chilling right there on the wall. I could have bumped into that because there was a bee attacking me. Maybe the bee was trying to warn me about this deadly looking freaking spider. Dang, that thing looks like it can bite hard. I do not want to get bitten by that. Even if it wasn't poisonous, it's probably going to have a hard bite to it. Spiders, like when they get hungry, they'll bite anything. I trust me on that one. And that one's curled up right now. It's probably going to die soon. It's probably old. So that one's probably like looking for one last meal. So it could be willing to bite. If you see a spider curled up like that, it most likely is looking, it's really hungry. It's really hungry. And the fact that it was behind me this whole time, probably sneaking up on me. See what I mean? Like my tripod's right there, and it's facing that way, so I would have been standing in that corner, so my back was turned to that the whole time. I just now realized it while I'm out here. I use a tripod because I can't hear that well and so when I put my phone in my pocket, it's hard to hear the music. But if I put my phone on the tripod next to the side of my good ear, I can hear the music real well. That's why I'll use that tripod out here whenever, actually. All the time, mostly. Just to smoke, to record, myself, whatever. Well, there's something that happened on that walk that made me really speed up the walk and kind of ruined the video, actually. I'm not gonna lie. See, the main goal of that video, you're probably wondering that you just watched there, you know. You're probably wondering, like, that was so random. You took us on a walk, but you didn't tell us where we were walking to. You told us a place, a spot, which I was going to show you, which would have been a store. And I was hoping that the store would have been stocking up on some kind of mask or something, so I can show you all the mask selection I had, and I would pick one. I would have picked one out to buy. But what happened was so weird and bizarre. I just had to get back home. Like, I just went to the bank and cashed in my check and went right back on home because I also bought another piece for Blazing and Chilling series, just so you all know. You'll find out later. Not in the episode coming out tomorrow, but in the episode, or yesterday, but the episode coming out later on in the week. Yeah, on my walk there, this dude dressed up in a dress pulled up. Do I seem straight to you all? I hope so. I don't know. That's funny. The thing it's a scary story, but it's like, it's not a story, but it's scary what happened. Because as I walked away, I kept realizing more and more things. And now that I'm chilling at home, like about to edit the video to put it together, I realized even another fact about it. So I'm just like, oh crap. It's all seeming too, like, not a coincidence, but more of something wrong at a certain spot. And so after I tell you the story, I'm going to give you an idea for what we could do for a video, for a walk video, where at. And you can let me know in the comments below, should I stay away from that spot or should I actually go? And just to like show you all how freaked out I'll be at that spot just because of all the past times I had there. But yeah, this dude pulls up, and at first I think it's a woman, and because it sounded like a European woman that's trying to learn English or something, and then so she's asking me a question, and I've just walked like a couple blocks. I'm out of breath. You all seen it was getting hot out too, so I was pretty tired. You know, I might have not looked that tired, but I was so tired to the point where, like, if If it didn't seem that sketchy at all, I might have took a free ride. Why not? Um, but when I walked up to the car, so I can listen to see what the question was, because I don't got that best of hearing to begin with, as you all probably know, as I told you all at the beginning of the video. I put my good ear up to the open window, actually, like looking down at the ground, and then I saw this white van pulled up behind him, and then I went, and they asked me, after I listened to them, they asked, "Where's McDonald's at?" And so, oh crap, that piece I got, it's a cool piece, but it's not easy to hold. When you guys see it, you'll see what I mean. It's a cool piece. Well, I'll save that for a surprise for the next episode about that one. But yeah, anyways, I go up to this car and I'm telling them, "Oh, that's a big dragonfly. Easy, dragonfly. Go off for now. Be gone." I tell them, all you do is have to go down the street. Oh shoot. It's hard to do this without the tripod. Hold on. Oh shit. The spider's gone. What the heck? I didn't expect to be gone. Maybe it was actually creeping up behind me. That's like the only reason why it would be gone, because like I left. So, oh, it fell off the wall. It really is. So there you see on the ground, right there at the tip of my finger, there it is. I don't want to get too close to it, because like I said, that thing, as you can see, its legs are curled up underneath it, so it's in the process of dying. It could be dying of old age, it could be dying of some poison it ate. I don't really know, really, because I'm just now realizing that's a spider from up here. That spider used to be up there on that ledge, and like I was watching it, and one night it just like boom, it was gone. I wonder what happened to it. I saw the nest, it got like torn in half, but I never knew what happened to it, and I guess it fell down here, and it must have not got as much of food as it was getting up there, so now it's starving. And if you expect me to go up to it, I don't think so. Even though it's starving, it's still quick. It's still quick. Yeah, but I have to just grab this. So the rest of the story goes like this. Like, I was about to take a ride, but then I realized I took a look at them, because already I'm close up to the door, because I heard I had to hear what their question was, and then I went to go turn almost accept the ride. Honestly, my hand was like an inch away from the doorknob, but then I realized, wait a second, they're using a fake girl voice, and not only that, but it's a dude with a skirt on, and they had this. I took a glance at their outfit real quick, and then because I realized the boobs, they weren't actually boobs. They were like grapefruits or something, because they were weirdly falling, like, or moving around and shaped in such a ball spherical way, like someone was dressing up as a chick. It was weird. And, I mean, it's not weird, the fact that, whatever, no, it's weird that they're trying to offer me a ride, and I'm just trying to walk to the bank, it's not like I was walking, I guess I do kind of walk with a limp, meaning like a bad leg, kinda, but, I don't know, it's all too weird. And then they had this weird used rag on their knees. It was all so weird. And then so I said, no, actually I'm going to be heading up to this liquor store up here instead of the bank on the right side, which was like just a couple spots before McDonald's. So like honestly, if they were actually trying to drop me off at wherever I needed to go, it'd been perfect because they got McDonald's at right after where they could stop at the red light. I could get out and walk to the bank, and be done with that. But I looked at the round, like, you always have to be aware of your situations, and that situation could be making sure that spider is still dead over there, by the way. I didn't kill that spider. That spider just probably dying of hunger. Um, but as I'm walking off now, they don't drive off that quickly, even though they have enough time to pull out and leave. They still just sit there for a bit, and I'm starting to realize, wait a second, why isn't that white van, like that white van pulled up as soon as I walked up there, so it was basically behind them the whole time, kind of. And I'm like, why wasn't that white van honking their horn, and also, so, I don't know. It was just such a weird situation. So, yeah, they were coming down from the way of the maze. I told you that about that neighborhood in a couple episodes ago. I know a couple people I think that lives out there, but I only been out there like twice, and oddly, every time I've been out there, well, not oddly, because the first time I went out there, well, yeah, that is pretty odd. The first time I went out there, hold on, make sure it's not 5 minutes plus. Okay, so the first time I went out there, it was like I went out there to go to a playground to hang out with my friends, and because one of them lived by there, and they said they were in trouble, so like they couldn't stay out. They only could stay out for a couple hours to play. So we all agreed to go hang out over there. Now, something like it seemed very, when I kind of remember it, and I remember like there was like chill people around, like kind of like as if it was like a festival they were having at the playground. Now I'm thinking about it, it's kind of weird. But yeah, there's like weird. I mean, there's no picnics, that's what I'm trying to think of, not festival. Picnics, like there are people having picnics at the park. It was pretty chill to me, so I thought it was a normal place. Now, I go back to that not the same spot, but like there's apartments right next to it, and that's where my new friend lived. And so, like when he came over, he got dropped off over here, and he didn't have a ride back home. And so, and since it was late at night, he asked me if I could walk with him to his house, because he was a little bit terrified of walking around the new neighborhood alone, especially at night, because it was like probably 8 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Either way, it was getting dark out. And I said, yeah, for sure, I'll hang out with you at your place before I walk back here, because I was lazy back then, because I was like, I'll probably go get tired, so I need to sit down for a bit after we do that walk, though. And I was a little bit aggravated too, but then when I saw where he lived, where he lived by, I understood why then, right away, why he wanted someone to walk with him around there, because like the first thing we see when we walk up to his apartments is there, like to the apartments that are right next to his, there's this guy just standing at his window with his shirt off, and hopefully that's all, just his shirt off. But he's bald, and he's just like staring wide-eyed, not blinking, and just looking straight toward the park, just staring at like memorized, And at first I thought he was looking at us, so because it was pretty obvious, because he had this giant green, not giant, but I don't know, he had some kind of weird green or red light behind him, so like it was like eye-catching. And so once that light catches your eye, you see this guy just standing there staring off in the distance, like what the heck. And yeah, I remember when we rode our bikes around there, I think we had another creepy experience, because like we tried to get lost in a maze, but we had this one friend with us that like he for some reason he was like, you know, he knew his way home. There was no way getting lost with him. And so there was a time where we had it all split up, and we tried to go around in a circle. Like one went down the middle of the maze of the streets, and then this is how weird the streets are over there. We'll record. But I hope that lasts a bit, so they'll record. And then me and my other friend, we split up the other way, and we would like do like a circle, and then we would meet my one friend. And I remember once I'm the one that took the longest because I had like the worst bike at the time. So I didn't push it because I thought I was gonna fall. Honestly, it was late at night, and I think I had the mountain bike. That's what it was. And I wasn't like really ready to be riding mountain bikes, but there we were. And plus, I think I took a couple of shots too. I'm not lying. But what I do remember for sure is like my one friend that took the middle path. So he got there fast. In the middle, like our meeting point was a park that we always go to, and not always go to, but whenever we're in that area or have to chill in that area, we'd chill at the park. But yeah, he's chilling at the park, and then when we get there, like then my other friend was with him too, and then they see me driving around the corner, and they look like, you know, happy. They're like, oh, finally he's here. And I thought they were happy because I took kind of long. I kind of got lost in the maze myself. See, I'm not as good as my friend is, like remembering his way back home. No, I got lost. And then so when I finally got up with them, they're like, dude, we gotta go back home right now. I'm like, what the heck, what for? Because we just got here. I thought we were gonna chill at the park at nighttime, you know, like do something cool. And they're like, no, we gotta go now, because they said they saw someone walking down the street right before they got there. And I'm like, so what? You know, I'm like, you saw someone walking down the sidewalk, you know, that's a big deal. And they're like, no, he was dressed in all black and he was this really big dude. I'm like, he's gone though now. Where's he at now? Is he behind a bush? I was like, no, he just kept walking that way and he disappeared kinda. And then I'm like, okay, so he's gone now. So let's chill at the park. And that's what we did, making sure it's not 5 minutes. It's hard to see with the sun in my eyes. So we chilled at the park for a bit, and then out of nowhere, my friend just starts freaking out because he's like, what the heck, you know? I was like, we were possibly doing the swings or something that goes in around in a circle, like that thing you push around and around. We were probably doing that like slowly, and all of a sudden my friend, he just starts freaking out to the point where he jumps off the swing or the round-to-go thing set, and like he busts his crap, but he gets up really quickly, and he picks up the bike, and he picks up my other friend's bike. He's like, come on guys, we gotta go now. And then all of a sudden we looked behind us, and sure enough, it was like the guy that they described to me, but walking back toward the park. And like, he wasn't using the sidewalk this time though. He was actually like cutting through the grass and kind of coming our way. And then so me and my other friend, we jumped off whatever we were playing on too, and we got on our bikes. And I remember it freaked me out so much because I kind of, what ticked me off is that like, but my friend apologized for this, so it's like right away I got over it. But like, I'm like, why did you pick up his bike? I was friends with you for longer. You should have been having my bike ready. I would have had your bike ready, you know. But he's like, I only had one hand, and it was the closest bike to mine. Because right away he told me, he's like, I felt bad about that. That's kind of why I thought of it and think of it too right now. But yeah, so they took off on their bikes, and I'm picking up my bike, and I'm turning around, and oh god, I realize this dude's big, and he has a hat on, and you can't like see him because like he's under the light shade or light post or something, and his hat's like covering his face with a shadow. And so, yeah, I dipped out there. I jumped on that back as quick as I ever did before, and I pedaled as fast as I could. I ended up catching up to them, and I ended up, like, they're trying to say sorry for leaving you, but instead I did remember the way home that time, and I went back. I was like, okay. I just told them, follow me, we're gonna take the shortcut home, because that was weird. Because it's like I knew who they were talking about, and that was the exact guy who they were talking about, but I didn't, all I did was hear that short description. That's what makes it creepy. But yeah, so now I'm going to ask you all, after hearing those 3 stories, and now the current story about almost being picked up by that kind of weird situation there, should I walk through the maze? Oh, I thought I saw a fire starting because I threw a cigarette in the fire pit. Yeah, but should I walk the maze? Let me know in the comments below. Another pick and choose. But this one, please think more about it, you know. Like, hold on, I'm gonna be watching a spider. Maybe actually, let me get close up to it. So yeah, really think about this comment that you're gonna make here soon. That's the beef, man. Oh, I can see his eyes, he's so big. I don't think it's pregnant. No, if it was pregnant, it would have been really bigger. Yeah, it's just like a fat spider. Well, really good. Cool looking though. Okay, well my eye probably needs to cool down because of sun and stuff. I got this Reese's Pieces. Because I haven't got no dead bugs, of course, laying around. If I did, I'd just throw that to them. But we got this Reese's Pieces. Okay, that should be enough. I licked some of the side of it so it could kind of ooze off, melt a bit. That way he'll see it move. It might be wanting to eat something of it. Might be too sugary for him. Oh, this might be too chocolatey for the ants too. Gather them out like that. Take one bite. Do spiders eat peanut butter? This feels so stupid right now. Because this spider looks like a baby tarantula, you know what I'm saying? So like, what if I just like, I'm trying to feed it and all of a sudden it gets pissed off and just jumps at me? You know? It's like, I knew you were in there, here's some more. Still gave me the whole giant chunk. But I don't know, I don't want to kill it with chocolate. I hope this peanut butter would be good enough for it. It's basically the size of them right there, so it should be enough. If they do eat it, I don't know. Let's try. I think I got some medicine for him too. Some good healthy. Oh snap. Okay. I think he might just be dead already. He didn't react to that.